For this morning, I am doing a book review. The title of the book is Why Me? The author of the book is Eze Inaemeka Shells. The first edition was published in 2010, and the publisher of the book is Nani Boy Production, Nigeria. The number of pages are 75 pages. The characters in the book are Daniel, Ezine, Akune, Bobo. Chapter 1 gave a vivid explanation of the love between Daniel and Ezine. Daniel was a young businessman based in Lagos. He was very handsome, prosperous, and the only son of his mother. He lost his father at a very tender age. To ensure of the continuity of his family, he was persuaded to marry at the age of 25. He therefore had to come to his village to search for a wife. Meanwhile, there was a very pretty young girl in his village that every man admired and desired. Her name was Ezine. She lived in the city with her parents and her only brother, Emeka, until they lost their father and had to return to the village. Luckily for her, she got admission to study mass communication in the famous University of Nigeria, Nsukka. It was not easy for the mother to train her in the university, but she still managed to do so. Their school had been on strike, so Ezine was at home helping the mother in a small business and also in some domestic work. Being ravishingly beautiful, Ezine was named the Queen of Azanta village by her admirers. She had only two friends, Akune and Bobo. Akune was her best female friend, while Bobo was her best male friend. One day, Akune was feeling lonely and bored at home, and so decided to visit Ezine, her best friend. When she got to Ezine's house, she met her reading a novel. Ezine was so engrossed in the story she was reading that she did not even know when Akune entered. Ezi baby, she called. That book must be very interesting. See how so engrossed you are that you did not even know when I entered. Akune said, trying to see the title of the book or novel. My dear, don't mind me, please. You are welcome. Ezine said apologetically, what is the title of the novel? Asked Akune. It is Naughty Students by the same author of Take Me Home, Nanny Boy. She said, beaming at Akune, the story is very interesting. You remember those funny and naughty things we did in secondary school? All of us then, and here is some jara. The author must have been very naughty too to have known all these things. She replied, my younger ones have been telling me about this book, but I thought his stories are for kids only. She said with mounting interest. No, his books have been keeping me busy since the strike. You can't believe I have bought and read over 30 of them. This particular one is super. You need to read it yourself, she added. You don't mean it. I beg, pack all of them and give me, before boredom kills me in that our lonely house, she said, peering into the book. Ezine went and brought her all the books written by the same author. Akune happily packed them in a bag and they started conversing. They soon got bored again and wanted to go out. After deliberating on where to go, Akune suggested that they could visit her cousin, Shike, who had been asking her to come. At first, Ezine was hesitant, but she was not used to visiting boys. Her mother had warned her against that, but Akune assured her that she would be fine. Trust me, let us go there and watch movies. Instead of roasting here in boredom, Akune suggested. They went to Shike's house and met him with his friend Daniel. Shike was surprised to see Ezine in his house because that was the first time she was coming to his house. He introduced Daniel to them and they exchanged pleasantries. Daniel had been Shike's childhood friend but left for the city to do business after their secondary education. As soon as Daniel set his eyes on Ezine, he whispered to Shike that he had seen his missing rib. Shike was happy to hear that, though he knew it could be very difficult to convince Ezine to marry Daniel. He had always known Ezine as a very decent, reserved, and principled young girl. Chapter 2 and 3 entails how Ezine went to see or visit Bobo. They hung out and Bobo told her about a dream he had and the previous night. He dreamt of where Ezine was taken away from him by force. After narrating this dream to her, Ezine smiled and said, "You know that it is not possible. Even if that will happen, it won't be now. So cheer up, my dear." She reassures him. "How I wish I had grown to a man and made my own money. I would have married you and all these nightmares would end." "Ah, Bobo, that should not bother you at this age because you still have a long way to go. Just work hard to help yourself and your family." She was still when her mother passed and saw them seated together. She was coming back from the market. She stared at them for a while and continued her journey home. 2 days later, Ezine visited Akune. And she asked her to accompany her to Shike's house so she could pick her purse that she forgot the last time they visited him. Initially, Ezine did not want to go, but Akune made a promise they would not waste much time like the other day. Never did it occur to Ezine that Akune did not forget anything there. She just wanted to take her there so that Daniel could have the opportunity of expressing himself to her. Daniel stayed back for a very long time in the village, hoping Ezine would change her mind. He told everybody that he was still searching for his missing rib, but the truth was that he was just waiting for Ezine. He abandoned his business in the city and his people were worried. Eventually, Daniel left for the city. In chapter 4 and 5, Amina, one of the girls he was befriending, came to Daniel's house. As he was about going out, he told the girl he was no longer interested in their friendship. Amina did not really understand what he was saying because they did not quarrel before he traveled. Before she could say anything, Daniel was already pushing her out of the house. "Go and never come back. I have found my Yori Yori, so I do not need you again in my life." As he was saying this, another girlfriend of his came with a bag, but she was shocked at what she saw. Daniel later confided the issue to a friend, and the boy suggested to him to try bribing Ezine's mother. He heeded the advice and decided to go to see Ezine's mother as he was advised, but he was also advised not to go when Ezine would be around. Chapter 6 and 7 entails the preparation for Bobo to go out, but his elder brother called him back to talk to him. He asked about the injury he sustained, and Bobo told him the truth about how some hoodlum dealt with him over a girl. The brother cautioned him about his relationship with Ezine because news had already started spreading in the whole village that Ezine refused to marry Daniel because of Bobo. Ezine could not live happily without seeing Bobo. She missed his jokes, his company, his lessons, and their outings. So she picked up a biro and wrote Daniel a heartbreaking letter. Daniel got the letter and went mad. After reading it, he screamed, and Ejiofor came to his room to know why he screamed like that. He saw a letter in his hand and collected it from him. The letter read, Daniel, or whatever your name is, it is over my dead body that I marry you. So if you want to kill yourself, go ahead and do that now, because I will pour acid on you if I see you around my house again. Bushman like you. Conclusion. Love is something fantastic when you find someone who genuinely loves you wholeheartedly. Shalom.